Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who kind of a topic video for today. So in this video, it is my predictions on Doctor Who The Collection range. Considering that we only have like 12 sets, that we still need to complete Doctor Who The Collection range on Blu-ray. So I thought I'd try and do my predictions and basically what I think what might be coming out. I had last time I did one of these, I did it about last year, and I said about season 9 would be the first season of 2023, and I kind of got that right. So I kind of want to talk about what I think might be coming out from 2024 to 2029. I know when I started out these predictions, I said basically the last set will be coming out in 2028, but with only 12 sets coming out, I actually do think and I do believe that we might be getting 2 seasons per year on Blu-ray, one in the spring and one in the autumn, like we did this year. Because in the spring of this year we had season 9, and then of course in the autumn of this year we had season 20. So I do think that we might end up having 2 seasons per year, one in the spring and one in the autumn. So I thought, you know what, yeah, make this interesting if I say that we're only going to get 2 seasons per year and what I think they might be. And I've kind of gone through this like the way I think the BBC might be doing it, because it means they've got plenty of time to work on the 60 sets for basically seasons 3 and 4 and 5, considering that they are the only ones that need a lot of missing stories animated. The story that for season 1 that is missing, which is Marco Polo, hopefully that does get animated, but I do think I'm going to literally say where I think season 1 will be coming out. This is, as I say, my prediction, so it might be 50-50. Some of it might be come true, some of it might not come true. Hopefully it is 50-50, and I do think some of these seasons might be out in during these years. So, without ado, let's dive into it, shall we? So, for 2024, I've got 2 seasons, one for the spring and one for the autumn. So, for the spring, I've actually put season 6. Now, season 6, it was rumoured back in April early this year with Fraser Hines and Wendy Perry saying they filmed some behind the sofa stuff. I believe the story that they were on about was the Mind Robber, but I really do think season 6 might be the first season in 2024 because, one, it is a Patrick Troughton season, and I would absolutely be so happy for a Patrick Troughton season right now. And 2, Lee Binding kind of leaked the next kind of the colour for the background of the box sets, and I really think it either sits this one, which is basically season 6, or the next one, which is season 15. But I'm 50-50% sure that it's going to be season 6. I mean, it's going to be brilliant to have the start of 2024 with a nice 60s box set on Blu-ray with Patrick Troughton's Doctor. I really do want season 6 to be next, and I just cannot wait for when we do get to season 6. And then, of course, the second box set of the year is, of course, season 15 in the autumn. Now, again, season 15, it was kind of rumoured back with Louise Jameson taking a picture of the lighthouse saying, "Guess where I am," from Horror of Fan Rock. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, season 15 will be next, and I think in the autumn would be a best time for them to release a Tom Baker season, because Tom Baker, he is a fan favourite, so people might want to sit down, say like on a Saturday night or something, and watch season 15 all through Blu-ray again, bringing back those years. I think, yeah, those 2 definitely will be out in 2024. It could be wrong. Season 15 could be out in the spring and season 6 could be out in the autumn, but I kind of put it the way I think they might do it, and I think season 6 in the spring and season 15 in the autumn. So 2025. Now for 2025, I've actually put 2 seasons again, which of course is a Jon Pertwee season, and of course one of the last 2 of the 80 seasons. So for 2025, I've put season 11 down for the spring, considering that the only story that they do not nearly kind of need to work on is Invasion of the Dinosaurs, but I think that might be able for 2025 release. But it does have the Time Warrior, it has Basic Death of the Daleks, the Monster of Peladon, and of course Planet of the Spiders, and it is Jon Pertwee's final season, which really will slot in really well between seasons 10 and 12, with them already being out on Blu-ray. So I do think season 11 might be one of the last seasons for Jon Pertwee's Doctor. And then, of course, for the autumn of 2025, I've actually put season 25. Now, it's nothing to do with, like, 2025. I think this would be the perfect time to release the main second to last season of the 80s, considering that we only got 2 seasons. And it is going to be, I really do think it's going to be season 2025, because one, it's got an iconic story, aka Remembrance of the Daleks, the Happiness Patrol. It does have one of the stories I don't mind in general. It's not really very popular in the fandom, but I absolutely love it for what it is, which is Silver Nemesis. And then, of course, we have The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. So I do think it'd be a perfect time to release season 25, as it is literally one of the last seasons that we need for the 80s, and then the 80s will kind of be complete, which means after that they can try and work out between the 60s and 70s then. So 2026, yes, 2026, I have put season 1. I think 2026 will be the best time to release season 1, and I've actually put this down for a spring release. I really do think, yeah, season 1 might be like 2 years away, with everything going on with basically Anthony Coburn. So hopefully, or Seth Coburn, or whatever his name is, Anthony Coburn's son, the idiot, who's holding the rights from The Unearthly Child, being put onto BBC iPlayer. But it is out on DVD at the moment, so God knows what's going to be happening with that story. But I think in 2 years' time, they could try and have this settled and have basically an Unearthly Child back, and they can bring it up to scale in HD and then release it in Doctor Who the Collection set. And basically half the money can go to Stephen Coburn, or whatever his name is. Half the money could go to him for every time it releases. The BBC keeps a main percentage, and he just gets like a little bit off it, I think, because it is The Unearthly Child, and it be the very first time it will be released on Blu-ray. So yeah, I do think that. And then in the autumn of 2026, I've put season 21. I know I put in 2025 season 25, but I really think it might be a good time to basically end the 80s in 2026. And of course, it is Peter Davison's final season as the 5th Doctor. And basically, it does have that one story of Colin Baker that nobody in the fandom quite enjoys. I have seen a load of people give it such a bad review on YouTube, and I have given it a bad review myself, but there are some moments I do quite enjoy from it, but it is not the best Colin Baker story, and I really think Attack of Summit would have been a good story for post-regenerative Doctor, instead of going straight from the Caves of Androzani into this story. But it does have Resurrection of the Daleks, it has the Planet of Fire and the Caves of Androzani, which are 3 iconic stories from the Peter Davison era. So I do think, yes, in 2026, season 21, because it did take us from 2018 all the way up to 2023 to get another Davison release. So I think another 2-year wait for Davison's final season, and that's what I think we might be getting. So then, of course, jumping into 2027. So in 2027, I have put season 7. So this is going to be the last release for Jon Pertwee on Blu-ray, because season 7, it does have quite a few stories that needs to be worked and a little bit twinkled on, with basically Doctor Who and the Silurians and the Bastards of Death. Plus, it would basically be the 60th anniversary of this season as well. So I do think this season would be released in the spring, considering that for the 50th anniversary of season 8, we actually had that released in 2021, with basically season 8 being the whole master season. So I think it would actually be nice and fitting for the 60th anniversary release of that season. We have season 7. I really think season 7 will be the spring, because I think it'd be a perfect time. And then for the autumn of 2027, I've had to put season 16. Yes, 2 years basically have passed since season 15. I think they probably want to try and strengthen the 3 last seasons of Tom Baker. So I think, yeah, you know what, 2026, I think it would definitely probably be season 16. But I'm not really in the rush for season 16, considering I've got it on here in the nice Blu-ray DVD box set, and of course I've got the collector's edition. So I think, yeah, season 16 will definitely be out in 2027. So in 2028, in the spring, I've had to put season 4. Now, season 4, it only needs one more story to be completed. It technically needs 2, which is The Smugglers, which has been rumoured since the beginning of the year. And one of those rumours were basically the Underwater Menace, but I think during basically between 2024 and 2028, 2024, 2027, we might get the Smugglers Out and of course the Highlanders, which is the main story for Petra Trout, and that needs to be completed for that season. And I think if that gets completed in 2027 and released on the Steelbook, I really think in 2028 it'd be released on Blu-ray in the collection range. I really do think that. And then of course, for the autumn release of 2028, I've put season 13. I really think that they will save the best Tom Baker season for last, and I really do think season 13 would be the perfect release for in 2028, because it'd be like a year after season 16, and then because the following year in 2029, I think the collection range would be finished with Classic Who. So I really do think that. And then of course in 2029, the final year of these sets. So I've put firstly season 5. Season 5, it is nearly complete with the animations helping it. And the only story that really needs it is the Wheel in Space. I can't see them animating the Wheel in Space between next year and 2027. But I think it might be released in 2028. Which means it'd be the perfect time to release it in the spring of 2029 in Doctor Who the Collection range. And then, of course, in the autumn release, I think it'd be the perfect time to release season 3. I think with them having like a 5-year kind of gap trying to get season 3 finished, with the 2 stories that have fully been animated so far, with basically is Galaxy 4 and the Celestial Toymaker, it means they've got basically 5 years to try and animate all of the other stories like the Daleks Master Plan, the Massacre, the Mythmakers, you know, Mission to the Unknown. But they could easily release the university version that's on YouTube, and then of course the rest of the stories from that season, including the Savages. So yeah, that's what I think for my predictions. I think we're going to get 2 per year. I really think definitely we might have for next year, 2024, season 6 and season 15. That I really think they're the top 2 for 2026. I could be wrong. It could be 2024, sorry. I think, I mean, I could be 100% wrong on this, or it could be 50-50. But it's nice to try and predict the way these seasons will be coming out with the next 12. I'm hoping that basically 2029 does end off in the autumn with season 3. I think that'll be a definitely fantastic long wait. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of my predictions? Do you think these are 100% naff? Do you think these will never happen? Or do you think that basically I could be 50-50? And let me know your predictions for the collection range between 2024 and 2029. Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content.